pasteurised milk in this country. We're not allowed to just kill a rabbit and eat it.
No, well, you're more than welcome to do that, but I can't sell it. Yeah.
This is like a mosaic, though, because you've got the rabbit loin. Is it wrapped in
Yeah, so what we do, and we use a local small goods company from Musk near Dalesford, Iftra, and good friends of mine.
They're good.
They make a lot of good things. And so we wrap the rabbit loins in those after they've been marinated, and they get poached into a master stock. Ooh. And then they come out, and then we go through and we make the terrine, which is like a farce with pork and with wild rabbit through there, a little bit of prune, and even a bit of Pernod in there as well.
That sounds delicious, but like a lot of hard work.
Yeah, well, it is, but it's good work, and I think one of the great things about being a cook is you can really hone your skills in a particular area. I spent 18 years cooking in a variety of restaurants, and now I can really concentrate on the craft, and it's really enjoyable to be able to do that.
And I also love the accompaniments you've got with it. So you make your own crisp breads.
We make our own crisp breads, yeah. And again, they're made with a lard pastry, so we've managed to squeeze a bit of pork into the crisp breads as well.
And speaking of lard, Glenn's just had a taste of a very white butter.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, you bet. And the product we've been working on for a little...
blighters.
Beurre de Gascogne, which is a butter from Gascony and in France. And the recipe is a really simple recipe. It's found in a lot of places. We've tweaked it a little bit for our palate. But essentially, it's whipped lard, which we... It's exactly right, yeah. We buy it in and we render it down ourselves, and then we set that into... once that's set, we add some garlic and some herbs and some spices and a little bit of cider vinegar in there as well, and traditionally stirred into a cassoulet at the end.
So if it wasn't rich enough with,
exactly
the pork and the sausage, let's just give people a good old heart attack at the end.
Just go for it, yeah.
and the green stuff?
The green stuff here is sauce gribiche, and it's a classic accompaniment to charcuterie. It's a sauce made with hard-boiled eggs, and again, a bit of a labour of love. We boil the eggs, we separate the whites from the yolks, and they're chopped separately. And then to the yolks, we add cornichons, capers, and mustard. A little bit of vinegar and a variety of herbs, and that's like a mayonnaise, I guess. We add a bit of oil to that as well, and then at the end we stir in the egg whites back into it.
Absolutely beautiful. Do you know what I love about this stuff? You could buy it all, and it's obviously got so much love and so much hard work put into it. And Damian's done that for us. Then when we serve it up at our dinner parties, you've got the beauty of really great locally made and handmade products, and someone else has done all the hard work.
Is it, my father was an accountant, so I've got to ask the question, is it more expensive, though, than what you'd normally say you want to get some normal pate or something from the supermarket? Or?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is. You get what you pay for, and look, it's not expensive, relatively speaking. It's not, a jar of pate, depends, can range from $10 to $12 for a 200-gram jar, so that's not out of the equation for the budget.
Yep.
And it's enough for 4 people to go through, so if you break it down like that, then it's
pretty
not
cheap starter, actually.
Well, it is
a
very cheap starter.
And it's in a jar.
Exactly right. And then
just like
when you're making your jam, and at the end of summer, you're making your jams, and you've got the jar ready to go.
Yeah, because it really gives me the ear. It's all the stuff in plastic nowadays.
Exactly.
Plastic.
I think you've gone the right way with the packaging. Now, can we just briefly touch on if people want to buy your stuff?
Sure.
What's the best way to find out which markets you're at and where you've got?
Well, the easiest way is to jump on our website. And would you like to have that?
Yeah. That would be very useful.
It's info at Piper Street, and it's just ST, foodco.com. And on there, we have a whole bunch of information. Not only can you see the products, but we have a calendar of events, which shows where our cooking classes are and all that sort of thing, what markets we'll be at. We also do in-store tasting with people that stock our products, so you can do that. And also our stockist list is on there as well. So, and that's growing every week. So, we try and update that as much as we can. But
you're everywhere, I have to say. I saw you at Grove and Vine a few weeks ago, and you're at my local vegetable shop, and you're at my local deli, and I just think it's fantastic.
Well, we keep blowing our horn as loud as we can. And and some people are listening, which is great. We've also got Francine, my sister-in-law, who's also part of our company as well, and she does a fantastic job. She's out there walking the streets, sort of knocking on the doors and all that sort of stuff.
And doing tastings, which I think is the most
walking
important
the streets as well. Exactly. Helping you out with the cash. You went to one of the cooking classes, though.
I did, and I have to say it was fantastic. It was nice and small, which you don't often see in cooking classes. Often you're in this crowded room and you can't see what's going on. There was only about probably 10 or 12 of us.
Yeah, 12 people, absolutely.
And it's done in Kyneton in your kitchen, which is great.
Yeah.
And the best bit was afterwards we got to eat everything that Damian had made, have a glass of wine and have a chat, and I thought it was the loveliest thing to do on the weekend. Just head to Kyneton, take someone you love, and I think a good one that's coming up if you're not booked out is Father's Day.
Father's Day. We're doing a sausage making class on Father's Day. So we're doing it the Saturday prior, which is the 3rd of September. So we're making sausages, and in fact I'm bringing my dad along. My dad's coming over from Adelaide.
That'll be lovely.
He's jumped ship from the restaurant industry and now in the meat industry, and in fact he's a judge of the national sausage competition. And so he's coming over with a few insider pointers on what to look for in a quality sausage.
So what sausages are you making?
We're going to keep it very, very simple for this class, and we're going to be just making classic red wine and garlic sausages. And so some will be done in casings, in like a traditional sausage, in a hog casing. Some we're going to do in a what they call en crepinette, which is going to be wrapped up in a caul fat, which is a part of the stomach lining of a pig, which doesn't sound that attractive, but it is quite tasty.
So these are traditional sausages?
Yes, you bet. Yeah, absolutely.
No synthetic linings or anything like that?
No. It's all done and all made. We're using hand mixers and hand grinders, and then hand stuffers and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a good day. I mean, our classes are demonstration classes, so people can sit down, enjoy, and ask as many questions as they like. Like Roshena said, it's small, intimate classes, so people can put their hand up and butt in at any time. And from my point of view, after cooking for a long period of time, it's really nice to be able to share some knowledge with some people.
And there's a charcuterie series coming up. Tell us about that.
Yeah, sure. So we've got a charcuterie series coming up, and does
that mean we get to actually learn how to make this stuff that we've been tasting?
That's exactly right. We get to do that. So we're doing a 3-part series. So there's 3 classes. Not that you have to attend all 3 classes, because you can do one or all 3.
Is there a parfait one?
There is. Well, actually, the parfait...
Glenn, there's yours.
Yeah, in our spring classes, we're making parfait. And you're more than welcome to come along. So we'll be learning about preservation of meats in the traditional ways. We're going to learn about how to confit. We're going to learn about how to make rillettes. We're going to learn about how to make a simple classic terrine and those sorts of things. So it'll be a great class. And again, more information on our website.
So if anyone wants to find out about where you are, firstly the shop, the address in Kyneton?
We're number 89B Piper Street in Kyneton, and which is on the corner of Wedge Street and Piper Street in Kyneton. It's a beautiful spot, and our shop faces Wedge Street. A big old sign out the front, so it's not too hard to find.
What's the main street through Kyneton?
Well, there's 3.
There's 3.
Yeah, 3. You come in on High Street, and then there's Mollison Street, and then Piper Street as well. And Piper Street probably more the touristy strip these days. A lot of restaurants and gift shops and antique shops and those sorts of things, and us, of course.
And the time that you've been there, have you found that area has really changed?
It's fantastic for us. We moved there about 6 years ago, a couple of years before we started our first restaurant. And on Piper Street, there must have been a dozen shops that were up for lease at that point. And rent was quite good then, I must say. and then the Royal George had taken off and had started making a bit of a mark. Annie Smithers was already there. Yeah, and they're both one-hat restaurants now. And then we came in with Pizza Verde about 6 months after the Royal George opened up, and I guess quality followed quality, and it was really good. So there's
a real culinary destination. A lot of great chefs.
There are indeed, absolutely.
Damien, thank you very much for coming and joining us. So that website once again, Piper Street ST. foodco.com. So it's info at... I beg your pardon. It's piperstreetfoodco.com.
And if you just Google Piper Street Food Co, it comes up right at the top.
What would we do without Google?
I don't know. We'd struggle, Glenn. We would struggle.
Hey, thanks for that, Damien. Also for bringing in the wild rabbits thing. This has got me beat a little bit. You're saying they had to be bought through an abattoir?
But they were shot first.
So they're a headshot rabbit. There's shooters out there. They shoot them. From there, they go down to an abattoir for processing. They had to have a meat inspection stamp on them to make sure that it sort of gets rid of the backyard operators, so to speak.
I was going to say, because wild rabbits in captivity doesn't make sense, does it? So they actually shot wild and they shot wild.
Yeah, exactly right. So grab a bit of terrain, you help keep the rabbit population down a little bit.
You beauty. Alrighty, thanks for that. 28 to 4. Did I sound like a farmer there?
Were you trying to?
No. The fact that the concept of rabbits being shot is a you beauty probably isn't the right thing to say at the time. Alrighty, Roshena Dutta is with us, and we'll be talking some more right after the break. Also, we'll have a footy update for you as well.